Today I will take another look at my E-Flite Habu, the 50mm SS. I mean, I think this is a really good looking, small, uncomplicated RC plane, but it does feature rather, which is really unusual then for these kind of a small 50mm EDF RC plane. So let's head outside and get this one flying. Today I have a kind of a little bit of wind, comes and goes, it's gusty. I think if you have even like a small EDF like this one, just as long as you push it and have a good speed, it cuts through the air really straight. So it might be when you're just going slower it becomes squirrely. I really don't like a blue sky like this, just because it doesn't have a great contrast then compared to the plane. I think this one is quite visible when you have the kind of orange pattern on the top side and the stripes underneath the wing. So usually orientation isn't really that difficult, although this is a small RC plane. I really dig that this one has a rudder, so you can kick it around quite fast. And this is kind of a small, agile plane, this Habu. I most definitely enjoy this one more than I did with the Habu 70mm SDS then. I mean, this one responds way better, and I always believed that the 70mm Habu SDS then was underpowered even on 4S. With a 3S battery, I think this one just howls great around in the sky. There's a kind of whiny noise from the EDF, but it's a small one. I don't know exactly how many blades, but I suppose it's at least 12. You can see that when I just slow this one down, it's very much influenced by the wind. It's rocking. So I think that if you have an EDF RC plane, just keep up speed and they will fly much better, unless you have a larger and heavier EDF and you can go high alpha and do things like that. But with these small ones, I think they just become too squirrely. I had a voltage alert then from the avian speed controller inside. So you should just set them for like 3.5 volt per cell, which then give a total of 10.5 volt for a 3-cell battery. That's a good indication that I just need to back off the throttle a little bit. Oh, so that's one way to do it, touch and go. I mean, this one just features really tiny wheels and really not that huge ground clearance. So I won't do another touch and go with this one. Just slammed into the ground. You can set the timer for like 6 minutes at least on this Habu. You can really see it being kicked down by the wind. So if you push this one like crazy, I suppose 5 minutes is more appropriate, but just some slower passes, just taking it a little bit gentle now and then. I think 6 minutes, it's a good flying time. Oops. See it being kicked around by the wind, and as with all EDF RC airplanes, I mean, it just takes some time to get them up to speed. So it's really not too fun to fly this one in the wind, slower, it just jumps around. This is in general, a rather well-controlled DF. It's not over-controlled in any way. I mean, that's as I just did with mine. I had to maximize elevator authority on this one just to have enough. It's time to get this one down. It will probably just be a little bit of bumpy touchdown. I mean, just look at the wind. It's kind of crazy right now. Now, I do enjoy this RC airplane, but frankly, I'm not an EDF lover. I know many just think that they are fantastically fun, and you can surely have this nice EDF or jet sound when you have a nice flyby. But I enjoy to fly my RC airplane slow and just explore all of the flight envelope and do touch and goes. And this is a small RC airplane, so of course you have to have like a good runway. You will surely just be able to do touch and goes with this RC airplane. And it's not really a super agile RC airplane, so I have it set up just by default. But I had to put the elevator then to the most inner hole and just to increase throw, because the elevator is really tiny on this RC airplane. So just to have this one controlled in any way, I just had to increase it very much. But that's more about it when it comes to flying. I think it's a well-behaved RC airplane, and certainly it is. I would say it does slow down better than the larger Habu 70mm RC airplanes. But I mean, it is a great one. But I think that I have much more fun than with something like the E-Flite A10 Thunderbolt. I think it's a more beautiful design. It also does float much better, and it's more agile. So it's not a bad one, but I do enjoy the A10 Thunderbolt then much more.